Hello, everybody. Let me make sure my mic's on. It looks like it is. Welcome to our first day of Craft Along. I have to apologize for being tardy as well as for my appearance. I came back from on stage and have not been feeling great. I found out I have bronchitis, which is always fun. So let's go ahead and get started. You're going to want to pull out your Craft Along kit, and we're going to make our first projects today. And we're making a card and a cute little treat box. Now, if you did not get the Craft Along kit, I do have a couple of extras available that I ordered. I only have a couple though, so be first come, first serve. But you can also place a $50 order and get the tutorial absolutely free, which would be a big help rather than having to follow the video, right? So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and turn you down to my desktop. So our first project here is this cute card. And for those of you who do not know, we also are doing techniques with this Craft Along. And this is the faux suede technique. You can kind of see it. Isn't it cool? And it feels really, really super soft. So you're going to learn how to do that tonight, and we're going to make this really adorable card using the Year of Flowers. So you're going to want to pull out your Year of Flowers bundle. If you don't have the bundle, you can substitute with something else, but this is a bundle you're not going to want to pass up. At first, I will tell you, I thought, who needs a Year of Flowers? We have a lot of flower stamp sets, and I have a lot of them already. But after working with this, I will tell you, it just gives so much meaning. For instance, I used it in my club the other day, and my mom wanted to make a special birthday card for my niece, and her birthday's in March. And so she chose the March flower to put on this card to make it more special for my niece. And when you're young and a teenager, you don't even know what your flower is. So it was good for her to be able to see what the flower is, and then to know that it's made special for her. These also make really cute tags to put on packaging, and just to personalize things. For Mother's Day coming up, you could take this set and take a flower for each child by their birth month and make a really pretty card for Mother's Day. So I know I'll have my hands full. My mother-in-law has a lot of kids. I'm going to have to make a bigger card. I don't know if you guys are from a big Catholic family, but they have a large family, and I'd have to make a lot of flowers. Let's just put it that way. But we'll get her done for her. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to get started. So you're going to want to take out your crumb cake piece of cardstock, and I am going to pull mine out as well. And the first thing we're going to do, we move this out of the way. We're going to cut our base of our card at 5.5 by 8.5. And hopefully you can see that on here. 5.5 by 8.5. I see you guys ever have this happen where you get dimensional backing stuck to everything? The other day I was crafting with my friend, and we were making some really cute cards, and she looks over to me, she goes, oh my gosh, you have a dimensional backing on your eyelid. One of the craziest places I've ever had them, but. And then you're going to score this at 4 1/4. Okay, and make sure you use your scoring blade. If you're like me, I always put my cutting one on top, so I have to slide it forward first. So we're scoring at 4 1/4. All right, and then we're just going to take our bone folder with this and burnish this edge. Now we're going to set this aside for just a minute. Then we're also going to need to cut a piece that is 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to do the 5 1/4 first. And then I'm going to come back in here and do by 4. Okay. And this is the piece we're actually going to create the faux suede technique on. So set that aside. And then we need a piece that is 4.5 by 3 1/4. All right, and I got to grab another piece here. 4.5 by 3 1/4. So I'm going to do the 3 1/4 here. And then we're going to cut that at 4.5. And you can follow along right in your PDF that was sent to you. And then you're going to turn it on the short side. And you're going to slide it over to 1/2 inch. And we actually want to score this. So on the 3 1/4 inch side, you're going to score it 1/2 inch. All right, and we're going to set that aside. Okay, then we also need a piece of basic white that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I'm just going to cut this at 4 1/4 because then we can use it for other projects. I'm just hoping I get through this without coughing. 3 1/4. All right, and set that aside. And then we're going to need, you got 4 of these small arches in your die cuts. So you're going to want to pull those out. And then we're going to need to grab our plaid paper. And our plaid paper, you know, this one that we did in the packet was using one of the Calypso coral pieces. But you can select any piece in here that you like. You can use blue, you can use a different Calypso coral. And I actually think I'm going to use this one because I like this both front and back side. I think it's really cute. I think the one that was used on the card is this one here. I don't know if you can see it with my lighting, but maybe if I put it a little closer, you can see it kind of has some old olive in it. And I think my one light is just a little too bright. Let me see if this helps. That's a little better. So you can kind of see the green in there. Okay? And then the back side is this plaid. So you could use that one too. But we are going to cut the plaid at, let me see, where's my plaid? Why don't I have my plaid on here? Let me grab my directions on my phone. 1 second. Okay, your plaid piece is going to be 2 1/4 by 4 and 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to cut the 4-inch piece first. And then we're going to make that by 5 1/4. And that's going to go on the inside of our card. And then I need one that's 2 1/4. Let me see if that's big enough. Nope, 2 inches. Bummer. We'll just grab another piece. You have another piece for your envelope for the outside, which is nice. A second while I find that piece. There we go. And this one's going to be 2 1/4 by 4. So we're going to cut it at 2 1/4. And then by 4. There we go. And that's the parts we need for this card in addition to our ribbon. So you're going to want to grab your ribbon out. And we are also using our dots here. Okay? And those are called the neutral matte dots. They're new and I love them. They are just, these kind of look like wood to me, and I think that's so creative. And I like the beige in here as well. It matches pretty much anything. All right, so bringing back our card again. Let me show you, first of all, how to make this faux suede. Now, we all kind of do it different. Some people crumple it. I like to first start out with my bone folder, just kind of working the fibers here. And you can kind of see it start to break apart a little bit. And it's going to get a little soft. Now, there is a chance you might get some rips. It's okay. If you do this the right way, you should be able to take a piece of this and use it in your technique slot. All right, let's see if I got it good. See how it's starting to break apart here? There we go. I'm just going to kind of work it. And see how fuzzy it looks? It's really cool. All right, I need to break down the fibers a little more at this end. I'm just going to work them with the bone folder. You will need a bone folder with this. Okay, I'm going to see if I can peel from this end now. You really know when you start getting these ends when they come apart. And you got to be a little rough with it. Not rough enough to like rip the paper or anything rough, but let's see, this corner's still not broken down enough. And it gets a little wrinkled. You can see the wrinkles on here. But I think that's what makes it look more realistic. Let me see if I can peel from another corner. That one's almost there. Oh! Well, that was real good. I really ripped it. I used too much force, but it's still okay. We can still use it. This one's coming apart now. There we go. And you just keep ripping it apart until you get that look. Let me see if I can get more of this one now. There we go. She's really coming apart now. And it may not be the whole size of your paper any longer, and that's okay, because the whole point of this is just to give you some texture. And this side isn't broken out enough. There we go. This one's coming apart now. It's just so cool to me. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so now I have my piece. And granted, it's a little shady on this side. It's okay, because we want that suede look and feel. And it does have a rip in it. That's okay. This piece also looks like suede. So you're going to cut this piece off, and you're going to use it on your technique card. Okay? Now, if you don't get it off in one piece like this, it's okay. Just take another piece and do it again. All right? So now what we want to do is we want to take our blending brush and our crumb cake ink. And this is the way that I make it look even more realistic like suede. All right? The first thing is you're going to go around these edges pretty good. All right? And you want it darker and lighter in some spots, because we all know with suede that can happen when it goes through being wiped down with a cloth. If you get something on it, you know, you're going to have marks, spills, whatever on suede, right? Suede's one of those things. I have to tell a story when my dad was younger. McDonald's was a thing back then, and my dad had a GTO. And he went to this McDonald's with his buddies just to, you know, get a bite to eat. And these guys, you know, back then, people fought with their dukes, you know, put your dukes up type thing. Well, they jumped his buddy in the parking lot, And my dad had to help him out, and he ended up getting blood from his buddy on his suede jacket. So, needless to say, he had a fast car, so he got him out of there. But, you know, back then it was about the brawls, you know, the put them up their dukes thing. Not like people do things today, that's for sure. Okay, now here's our suede. Doesn't that look cool? He used to tell us some funny stories about him in that car. He always had a fast car. Okay, so we're going to take our card base, which you took your bone folder and you burnished that. And then we're going to put some glue on this. Now, I will tell you, I'm a liquid glue gal. If you do use seal, put it on the card base here, not on this piece. This piece now is very fragile, okay? So make sure that you handle it with care. So we're going to go ahead and put this on here, like so. There we go. And then we're going to put it on the front of our card. I love the way this looks. And mine even looks, you know, vintage now because of this line here, which I like even more. Then you have your piece here that you scored. And we're just going to run our bone folder on that. Before I do that, though, I'm going to close this ink because I can just see getting that all over me. So we're going to do this here. And this piece is actually going to go centered on here in the inside of your card. And it is going to flip like this. So the easiest way to do this is, number one, you're going to line this up centered on your card, just like that. And you can use seal or you can use liquid glue. Okay, and I'm just going to put the glue down here. And line this back up. And then I'm just going to flip it over when I have it centered. Hopefully you can see it and don't see my big paws in there. So just like this. And I might be just a little off center. We can probably slide it a little. And there we go. And then this is going to flip up just like this. Perfect, right? So now we're going to take the piece of Designer Series paper, the small one, and you can use either side. That's kind of pretty. I like the brightness on the front. So I'm going to glue that down. Again, you can use your seal or your liquid glue. Everybody laughs at me for liquid glue, but I'm a huge fan. I love my liquid glue. I like being able to move things around afterwards to get it in the perfect spot. And then on the inside of the card, we're going to put the largest piece, and you can mix and match these. So I could put that like that. And notice it covers up your little flap here at the bottom, which is nice. All right. Come back a little bit. There we go. All right, now we need to work on this front flap. And as you can see in the picture here, we need to do our flowers. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp those. So I am going to do May, which is my mom. Let me grab her. Let's see here. Here's May. And just in the picture, this is the sample that was in the picture with the flowers. You can pick any flowers though. So I'm going to put May. Like that. And then I'm going to pick December, which is my sister. And then I'm going to pick July, which is me. Grab July out. And then I'm going to pick September, which was my dad. I might have September out. Nope, I don't. Let's see. Is that September? Yep. And I'm just using my Memento ink on this. Ooh, September's a big boy. Hopefully I get them all on there. Oh, excuse me. And then we're just going to color these with the blends. And I just picked some colors that I like. You know, I'm not a big flower person, so I really don't know what color is what. I am using Pool Party for this one here for May. So let me go ahead and I'll put May in here. If you asked me the name of these flowers, I could not tell you. However, I did do a Google search on it. And if you want to color them perfectly, it gives you the name of the flowers and shows you a picture of them. So I'm using Granny Apple Green for my leaves and stems. Hopefully you can see that and it's in focus. Maybe I got too much light on you here. Let's try that. And maybe I can zoom you in a little so you can see it. Oops, sorry about that. Let's see here. It is not in focus tonight. I'll have to figure out what's going on with my camera. It's on autofocus, so bear with me. And then you're just gonna, sometimes with smaller objects, it's really hard. Now, when you're doing this, don't worry about going outside of the stem. It's almost impossible not to. So there's May. Now I'm going to do December. There we go. And on December, I'm using Calypso Coral, light and dark. I'm going to first color it with light. And then I'm going to come in with the dark and just give it some accents. I'm going to pull out these center pieces here around the flowers, and in the center I'm going to make it a little darker, those little spots. Like that. And then I'm going to go back over just a little bit with my light just to kind of blend those together. Some people go light to dark, some people go dark to light. It's really your personal preference when it comes to blends. I will tell you, I absolutely love blends. So now I have December done. July, I think I'm going to do this one in yellow. In Daffodil Delight, I'm going to do light, whoops. I'm going to do light and then dark. Again, I have no idea what these flowers are called. I'm just going to make them pretty. Oops, and that's part of the stem. Come back in with our dark. I'm just going to hit from the center out on these. There we go. And then I'm going to, oh, and there might be a little one down here too. There we go. And then I'm going to do the Granny Apple Green again. There we go. And then the last one I am going to do in dark peach pie and light peach pie. And I'm going to start out again with the light. And I picked these colors because they kind of go with the paper. And I don't even know if these flowers come in this color or not. But I do think they're pretty neat. All right, now we're going to come in with the dark. I hope you guys are enjoying all these fabulous projects in here. And your goodie bags. And the techniques. I thought the techniques was a really nice thing to have. I've done a lot of techniques in my day, but I never put together a book to have a compilation of them so you can go back and look at it and go, oh, that would look great with my project. So you're going to get quite a few things from this craft along. All right, now we want to grab our ribbon, which I just had mine on a desk, and where did it go? Let's see. Somewhere here, I have ribbon. Give me just a minute, I'm looking. You ever wonder how something can just vanish from your desk when you just had it minutes before? Ah, I see it. I see it. I found it. Thank goodness. All right, so now we're going to take our card back. And what you want to do is you want to wrap the ribbon in the inside of your card and around, because it's going to kind of hold this pocket for you. So I ran it in through here like this. And actually you can just do this, and then it comes around. Okay, so you got it in the inside of your card. And you want to leave about maybe 6 inches. And then it comes around the front and maybe leave another 6 inches. And then you're just going to snip it. And then we're going to tie a bow. This here. Oh, disconnect. Sorry, guys. My phone decided all of a sudden, hold on 1 minute, guys. I got something going on with my, there it goes. My phone decided to connect to my computer. How weird is that? All right, so you tie your cute little bow here off to the side. And then, let me move my markers out of the way. And then you're going to take your cute little arches that you created, all 4 of them. And I want to put May here because that's my mom. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals, which are, where did you go, dimensionals? I have some of those. Let me grab them here. I was breaking into a new pack. I go through a lot of the big ones. I find the smaller ones I usually have extra, but the big ones I go through a lot. And we're just going to put, actually this one, let's put it on the right one. And not directly at the top either. About right there and right here. And then this is going to go on an angle like this. And it's going to kind of meet where that top hits, like that. And then I am going to do me, which is July. And I'll put dimensionals on me. I keep grabbing those pieces. There we go. And I'm going to kind of make this one, maybe we'll overlap them a little bit, like that. And then I want to put December, because that's my sis. So I'm going to put her on here. Like this. And then last but not least, I'm going to put my dad underneath here, like so. And this is our family card. Now, there's only one thing I have left to do on this, and that's to put my white piece in the middle. So we're going to untie it, and we're going to open it up, and we have our piece of white, which we cut. And we are going to stamp that with a sentiment from the set. I'm going to use Hoping Your Day Blooms with Happiness, because I want my mom to have an awesome Mother's Day. These would be great too for announcements for a baby shower. You know, you could put the birth information, like a birth announcement with the baby's flower. There we go. And we're just going to stick that down. Again, you can use your seal, or you can use your liquid glue. I use Liquid Tombow. I just have it in this special glue gun, which most of you already know because you follow me. If you don't follow me, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and my Facebook groups. I would love to keep you up to date on things that are happening. And if you need a new catalog, which is coming out, just let me know. All right, now we are all set. And we can, whoops, let me get that back around where I had it. All right, why is that not working? Go. We're just going to pull it into a bow, like so. And there it is. Now you could also put like a little package of seeds or something in here and give it as a gift too. Oh, we aren't done. We have to put our little dots on. I'm going to use one white one because I want it to kind of stand out. And there is your finished card. Isn't it beautiful? I hope you love it. All right, now we need to make our box. Okay? So for this one, you are going to pull out of your kit the 2 largest arches, and you're also going to need a piece of crumb cake that we're going to cut. Excuse me. And you're going to need, in addition to that, you're going to need the Countryside Corners label. So these come in your kit. They're already pre-cut. And then we're going to cut the paper for it. All right. I'm going to grab my cutter again. And for this, you are going to need 6 by 5.5. So I'm going to first cut, let's see, the 6. This is a piece I used before. And then 5.5. Okay, and on the 5.5 side, we're going to score it at 2 1/8 and 3 3/8. So 2 1/8 and 3 3/8. Okay, and then we're going to turn it. So now we're on the 6-inch side, and we're going to score it at 1 1/4. And 4 3/4. Okay, and then we're going to make this into a box. So let me go ahead. I'm going to set my cutter off to the side here. And we're going to burnish all of our score lines first because we want it to be nice and sealed tight, you know, where it everything goes together perfectly. Sorry, I'm at a loss for words. That's what cold medicine will do to you. All right, did I get them all? Yes. All right. So then we're going to cut. I don't know where my Stampin' Up! Scissors went. I'm going to have to use rogue ones. So then we're going to cut, let me think about this. Let me look at the directions. I don't want to cut it wrong. Hopefully I do this right. Cut there, and cut there, and then turn it and cut here. You're just going up to that score line. Okay, and then these will fold in like so, and you're going to create your little box. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue mine. So you just cut basically on the sides of this little square here. All right, now I'm going to add glue. This side goes here. And this side goes over top. Oops. Just like this. Looks good. All right, then we got to do this side. That. This craft along has been really fun. As you know, we don't make all the projects ourselves. We collaborate with other demonstrators, and working with these ladies has been amazing. I've had a great time and learned a lot. So there's our little box. Then we need to do a couple of other things. We need to cut our designer series paper. We're going to need 2 pieces at 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. And we're also going to need to score our everyday arches. Oh, disconnect. Why does it keep doing that? I'm sorry, guys. Let me just check, make sure I got this right. All right, and on the arches, we're going to score 1 1/4 of an inch on each of these. So let's do that next. So we're going to do 1 1/4. And make sure you're scoring and not cutting. And we're going to do 1 1/4 on this side. There we go. Okay, and then while I have my cutter out, I'm going to pick my paper. Now, the one in the picture is using that plaid that I originally showed you with the old olive in it. I'm going to do mine different this time. And I am going to, I don't know why this is doing this. I'm going to do mine different. I'm going to use this blue paper just to kind of mix things up. And we need 2 pieces at 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. So let's do the 2 1/4. And 2 1/4. And then we'll do the 3 1/2. We almost got away with only having to cut 1 strip. Just a little bit off there. And 3 1/2. All right, and those are 2 decorative pieces. Okay, now we're gonna assemble. All right, and you do have to do a little die cutting for these. So let's go ahead. First of all, we're gonna put these pieces here on our box. So go ahead and burnish those 2 arches. And we're just gonna glue them to the bottom of the box like this here. Okay? So you can put, first of all, we can put glue on this whole arch piece here. And that is going to fit. You're going to want to center it because the arch is just a tad bit bigger than your box. So make sure you get it nice and centered. And I don't have mine centered. Pull that off. Let's do it this way. There we go. And then this piece is going to fold up on the bottom, and we're going to put adhesive in down here. Fold that up. Okay. Make sure you get it to stick. Good. You press from the inside. And then we're going to do the same thing with the other one. That one the wrong way. There we go. All right. I'm going to put glue on the box here. And this is going to go on. Make sure I have it lined up good with the other one. There we go. And oh, slipped on me. There we go. We're just going to glue this down like that. Then you have your cute little box. All right, now we need to decorate this. So you're going to take this piece here and we're going to put it on the box. This is your plaid paper that we just cut. Go. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm going to turn it over. Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. Don't mean to cough in your ears here. And then that's our other side. Now we need to cut out our flowers. So you're going to take a piece of your white paper that's left, and you're going to stamp a couple of the flowers that you like. I don't know why it is doing that. You're going to stamp a couple of the flowers that you like, And I am going to do July and December because I want this to be a reflection of my sister and I, even though you're not going to see the words because the words do get cut when you die cut them. In July. Okay, and now I'm going to color them, and then I'm going to cut them out with my cut and emboss machine. So just like before, I'm going to color in the poinsettia. Oops, I wanted my light, not my dark. Well, wrong end. Some of my blends I need to replace, and this happens to be one of them. My one end is shot. I've used it so much. I'm surprised there's enough ink in it yet. It amazes me. Now you guys know you can use your color lifter too if you want to make things light or add more dimensional to it. And I'm going to take the dark Calypso Coral and come into the center here and put my little dots in and get some of these lines. Like so. Oh, excuse me. And then I'm going to come back in again with my light and blend it all out. Go, and then I'm going to come in with my Granny Apple Green. I'm going to do the stem. I figured I might as well do the stems of the other one while I'm here, right? Okay, and then I'm going to take the light and dark Daffodil Delight. Come in here with the light. Now remember, if you did not subscribe, make sure that you number one, follow us so you can watch these every day. But if you want the PDF, all you have to do is place a $50 order and you get the PDF along with the technique cards. Okay, and I see a spot that I missed green on here. All right, that looks pretty amazing. Now let me grab my cut and emboss. I'm going to zoom you out just a little bit because I don't think you'll be able to see me very good with it zoomed in. So let's see. That's not too bad, I don't think. We'll see. All right, let me grab my cut and emboss machine here. Get some of the junk off of my desk. Now I did see a really cool tip, and I learned this from one of my compadres here in this craft along series. Erica Serwin took her magnetic sheet and she traced around each of these flowers in this die set, and she put a number on them. She put a white piece of paper and then put a number. And it's really easy to tell which flower's which, unlike what I'm about ready to do, which is to just try them and see which one fits. Okay, so let's see here. This one looks like the poinsettia. Hope I'm right. And I'm going to just grab a little piece of my Post-it note tape. This helps keep my dies in place. You probably can't see that right now, but I'll show you. You can also use washi tape to keep it in place too. Hopefully I can find the end of this tape. Why is it when you're sick you always have so many challenges? Aha, I found it. And I don't know if it's because you're just tired when you're sick or what, but whoops. This is the Post-it note tape, and I just lay it across my dies and it keeps them from shifting. I can line them up real good. And then I just need to find July. Let's see, which one looks like July? I think this one looks like July. Let's see. Did I get them both on the first one? No, I did not. Let's try this one. Aha, second try, I got it. All right, let me get a piece of tape for that one. Again, you can use any flowers in this set, and you can color them however you would like. I am not here to judge you on your coloring techniques. Okay, you can kind of see them going through the machine here. There you go. We'll pull them out. I can put my machine away. Oh, wait, I did lie. I need to get 2 of the little greenery pieces out of here. Let me grab them. I'm gonna run them through real quick. And these would have already been cut for you, so you don't have to worry about it. You just pull them out of your kit. Whoops. Now what happened? I did it again. Sorry, guys. I got something going on with my phone that's interfering tonight. Not sure why it's doing that, but we're going to get that corrected for next time. All right. So there's one green piece. Get this out of the way. Okay. And here's green piece number 2. And then I can take this little piece of tape off of here. Get my little flowers. I save the tape because I can use it again. And whatever you do when you use this set, make sure you put your dies back right away because there's so many of them, you could easily lose them. All right, and then I'm going to pick a sentiment. And let me go ahead and get that 1 second here. I'm going to turn the Bluetooth off on my phone because I think that's what's causing that. I'm going to pick a sentiment, and I think the one I want, and you can use anything, in the picture of the one that you have in your tutorial, we use sending you a floral hug, okay? And actually there is not green pieces in there, but if you have the set and want to spruce it up a little bit more, you can do that. My bad. I guess I was getting carried away in my creative mind. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to do this sending you a floral hug. I'll do the same one. So you're not supposed to have these green pieces in your kit, folks. That's my bad. I was going by memory, and not that it wouldn't be pretty, so if you have the bundle, you can add them. And I am going to take my ink, and I'm going to use to use Calypso Coral. Well, actually, I made this one blue. Let's use... Now, in your directions, it's calling for Calypso Coral. But I think I'm going to use Night of Navy on mine, just to make it different so you can see something. You know, you can go back and create the one in the tutorial, and then you'll have a different one here in the video that you can do too. So Night of Navy. I'm going to put that right there. And I mucked it up, so we're going to turn it over and pretend like that never happened. And I got to clean this. Hold on a minute. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Grab my cleaning pad here. Let's try this again. Tap, 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 tap. I don't even know my own strength today. And we're going to put that right here. Much better. And let me clean that before I get it all over my hands and my card. Okay, and then we're going to take your flowers. Put them on here like this. And I'm going to put this little greenery around them that I cut out. Again, if you have the set, you can do that too. Oops. Get on there. And we'll do this. Get underneath there. And I kind of like that. Like so. I move him over just a little bit. All right, let's glue down the green piece first. And again, this is not something you have in your kit, so please don't be looking for it and calling everybody and saying, I'm missing this. This is something in my little mind that I thought it needed. So I'm putting it on here. You will have actually 3 flowers that you cut out. I only cut out 2. I'm going to pop these up on the mini dimensionals. You don't want to get me fired so I can't come back and craft along with you again. So make sure you know you're not supposed to have those green pieces. Okay, and I'm going to put this one kind of like this. And you'll have a 3rd flower. I only did 2 because I just want it for me and my sister. For my mom, I'm going to put little candies or something in there for Mother's Day. Put that one like that. Then you're going to take your box and you're going to put this on here, like right there. So I'm going to glue that on. You can use dimensionals or you can use liquid glue, whatever you feel. There we go. And of course we need a cute little bow, and I'm going to shut this blue ink up before I make a mess. And find my ribbon. Here it is. And we're going to make a cute little bow for it. Now, if you're not good at making bows, you can use a fork to make a bow, or you can use a bow jig to make a bow, or your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator can help you learn how to tie them. There we go. There's my bow. I'll snip this with my ribbon shears. There we go. That's going to go on here. And I might want to make it just a wee bit smaller, so I'm going to pull it in. That's pretty good. And let me grab a glue dot. Okay. We're just going to put this on the bottom here, like so. And then you could sprinkle it with either of your embellishments. And I'm going to use these because I have blue in here, and I think it'd be really cool to have this really pretty and there you go. And there is your second project. I hope you enjoyed them. And again, if you'd like to get the free tutorial, if you spend $50 in my online store, I'll post a link for you. I will send you the tutorial as well, which is a PDF, as well as the technique sheet, the cards that you can cut out and put in a book. And those will actually go in a Memories and More packet. We've made them to that size. So, you know, it's a good way to keep a book that you can go back to and pull out various techniques when you're ready to use them. So again, these are our cards for tonight and our box. This is Craft Along Day 1. And I hope you love them. And I apologize for my phone deciding it wanted to take over my computer tonight. All right, well, I will leave you with that. I hope you enjoy Day 1. And I'd love to see the cards that you've created, either by following the instructions or by going out on your own. Feel free to post pictures on Facebook or on even YouTube in the comments. If you're not a member of my YouTube already, please subscribe there. There's strict rules now about retention policy for live videos on Facebook, and I want to make sure that you can go back and reuse these over and over again. All right, have a blessed evening. Take care.